Welcome back, students. So now in this video, I'm here to discuss the section B part of ICSE 2024 examination specimen question paper computer application solution. Section B, that is the programming part. Let us start with the first question. First question, as you can see, is given: define a class called with the following specification: class name eShop, member variables, string name, the name of the item purchased, double price, price of the item purchased, member methods, void accept. The function will accept the name and price of the item using the methods of scanner class. Void calculate, to calculate the net amount to be paid by a customer based on the following criteria. And void display, to display the name of the item and the net amount to be paid. You have to write the main method to create an object and call above methods. You can see the criteria chart is given. Price 1,000 to 25,000, discount is 5%, 25,001 to 57,000, 7.5%, 57,001 to 1 lakh, 10%, and above that is 15%. Now you can see this program is in the category of constructor or method-based program that follows OOPS concept. So we have the data members in the class. First we have to declare the data members, then we have to declare the methods, and finally in the main we create the object and call the methods accordingly. So let us move to the code part. The code is as given. We are starting with import statement, import java.util.scanner, or you can use import java.util.star also. Class eShop, with that string name and double price. These two are the data member part. Then public void accept. Here we declare the scanner class object, scanner SC equal to new scanner system.in. Then system.out.println, enter the name and the price of the item we are asking from the user. And in next two lines, we are taking the input as name equal to sc.next line. Or you can use as name equals to sc.next also. And for the price, it is sc.next double. Now in the calculate method, we have to declare a variable for computing the discount first. So I have declared the variable for discount. If, now we have a if block, if else ladder program, this one. So if price is less than 1,000, discount should be 0.0. The next category is if it is within 1,000 to 25,000. So we are using else if price less than equal to 25,000, discount equals to 5.0 into price divided by 100. Else if the second category, price less than equals to 57,000, discount is 7.5 into price divided by 100. Else if the price is within 1 lakh, discount is 10 into price divided by 100. And finally, if it's more than the last category, it is 15%. So discount equals to 15.0 into our price divided by 100. After that, here what we are doing, we are getting the net price. So double net equals to price minus DIC and printing the price here. You can see discount equals to this and net amount equals to net. Now, why we have done this discount and net price displayed in this compute function? This is because discount variable and the net variable are not the global data. So you cannot declare any additional data member unless it is not mentioned in the question. So it should be a local variable, and local variable value cannot be passed to any other function under void return type. So we have to display the values here. Now what I have done in the display method, see, being price and name and price variables as the data member, we can print it over here. And to get the discount and net price displayed, we have called calculate function in the display method itself. Finally, in the main method, we create the object eShop obj equal to new eShop. Here obj is the object of the class eShop. And you can see here the constructor get invoked implicitly or automatically. Then we are calling only accept function and display function. We will not call the calculate function here, since we have called the calculate function inside the display function. If we don't call the calculate function inside the display, then I have to display it here obj.calculate after the display function. So the output is given here as given. Enter the name and the price of the item. Item name is given laptop, price 35,000. So the output is name of the item, laptop, price 35,000, discount calculated is 2,625, and the net amount is 35,000 minus discount becomes 32,375. So now let us move to the next question. Next question is, define a class to accept values in an integer array of size 10. Sort them in an ascending order using the selection sort technique. Display the sorted array. So you can see this is a array program with sorting logic. Let us see the solution. It's asked for selection sort. So we have import statement first, then the class. You can give any name, but keep it in mind, the class name should not use any proper noun. It should be stick to the program. You cannot use any absurd name also in the class name, and you cannot use any keywords and other identify formation rule you have to remember. Then the main method, in the main method, we have used the scanner class object to take the input. First, we have declared the array int array bracket open bracket close equals to new int within bracket 10. This statement is the declaration and memory allocation of the array. Then we have declared three variables int I, j, and 10. We run a loop from 0 to 9 to take 10 elements in the array, and I'm transferring the value like in the format arri equals to sc.nextInt. Now the sorting loop begins. The outer loop of the sorting process decides how many times the total sorting process goes on. So as you remember, in sorting any sorting logic, total number of elements minus 1 is the total sorting total sorting logic run. So we have 0 to less than 9. We have declared one variable small where arri, the key element, is being stored, and p is the index position of the key element. Now what we'll do, we'll move on to the inner loop. In the inner loop, every element will be compared with small. If the new element is smaller than small, we'll immediately change the value of the small and the position, index position p. Let us see the code. See here, the inner loop runs j equals to I plus 1, j less than 10, j plus plus. If arrj is smaller than small, small equal to arrj, p equals to j. So finding the smallest element, small will change that value and the index position will also be updated. Now, after the end of the inner loop, within the outer loop, we are swapping arri or array I with array p. Finally, again another loop will run to display all the array. So here the output you can see, enter 10 elements, given elements 10, 12, 4, 15, 4, 11, 27, 20, 19, 3. After the sorting take place, the elements are rearranged as 3, 4, 4, 10, 11, 12, 15, 19, 20, 27. Let's move to the next question. Design a class to accept a string and convert it into uppercase. Count and display the number of vowels present in it. Input is robotics, output also robotics, but in capital letters, all uppercase letters. And now the number of vowels here in robotics is 3. OOI. Let us see the code. Import statement used. So import java.util.scanner class vowel count. In the main method, scanner class object created. We have declared system.out.println, enter a word. Taking the string here as it is asked enter a word, it is sc.next and not next line. Now we can do it both in one line, sc.next dot to uppercase. That means we are taking the string and at the same time we are converting it to uppercase. Now we are taking the length of the string. We have a counter variable taken 0. Now we are running a loop for I equals to 0 to len, I plus plus, extracting each character at I position and checking it with A, E, I, O, U in capital letter. If any one of A, E, I, O, U, counter value get incremented. At the end of the loop, we are printing the string str /n gives a new line break or line break. Number of vowels equals to count. Let's move to the next question. Question 6. Define a class to accept values into 3x3 array and check if it is a special array. An array is a special array if the sum of the even elements equals the sum of the odd elements. Example A, it is a 2D array, A double bracket 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. Now, if I do sum of the even elements, that is 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 equals to 18. Sum of the odd elements, 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 equals to 18. Both are same. Thus, this array is a special array. Now, let us see the code. Import statement, then the class, main method, scanner. Now we are declaring 2D array. See the structure of the 2D array. Int ARR 2 brackets equals to new int. First bracket represent the row having 3. Second bracket representing column also having 3. So it is 3x3 array. Int ij even and odd 2 other variables as a counter holding the sum of the even and odd elements, and they are initialized to 0. Now, as it is a 2D array, we require a double loop for double dimension. Outer loop represent rows, inner loop represent column. So we are running a loop first to enter the values from the array. For the array, both loop run 0 to 3, arri j equals to sc.nextInt, taking the input. Now we are running 2 loops. Again, one is the outer loop for the row, then the inner loop for the column. Now inside this, we are doing if arrij modulus 2 equals to 0, that means checking for the even elements. So even we are incrementing with arrij. So whatever the elements coming as even, that gets added up to the counter variable even. Otherwise, the value will be added up to the counter variable odd. After that, finally, we are printing some of the even elements as well as some of the odd elements. Both I am printing here, though it's not asked in the question. You can avoid it. Now, if even equals to odd, that means the sum of the even elements equals to sum of the odd elements. System.println, it is a special array. Else, system.println, it is not a special array. So here, as per the question, enter the elements given in the question, the sample data. We are getting even element sum, odd element sum, and the output is it is a special array. Now let's move to the next question. Define a class to accept 3-digit number and check whether it is a duck number or not. Note, a number is a duck number if it has 0 in it. Input 2038, it is asked, it said invalid. Why it is invalid? Because here question asked only for 3-digit number and it is a 4-digit number, so invalid. Other one is 103, it is a duck number. So let us see the code. Again, scanner input. So scanner statement, import statement with scanner class duck number, main method, scanner object declared, message printed for entering 3-digit number. Now you're taking the number in int n. So int n equal to sc.nextInt. First, we are checking for 3-digit number. So if n is greater than equals to 100 and n less than equals to 999, so it is a 3-digit number. So as if it is a 3-digit number, we are continuing with the process, taking it in a temporary storage. M equals to n, p equals to 1. Now why you have taken p? P is the product. We will go for product of the number, digits of the number. Now if any of the digit comes 0, my product value will turn to 0. So we are doing a loop, while loop. While loop is doing for extracting the digits from m, which is a temporary variable holding the value of n. Inside that, int r equals to m mod 10, extracting each digit from the number. P asterisk equals to r, or you can write p equals to p into r, multiplying the digits. Finally, m equals to m divided by 10, storing the remaining number. So we are reducing the number by 10, 10, 10. While loop ends here. Now, if the product value p equals to 0, it is a duck number. And if the product value is a non-zero, it is not a duck number. So my outer if block, you remember, we're checking for a 3-digit number that ends over here. If that if is invalid, it will come to the control will come to the else block where it will print invalid number. Let's move to the next question. This is the last question, I hope. It is a question on function overloading. Yes, this is the last question. So you generally get 6 programs, out of which 4 questions to be done. Now these 6 programs are based on constructor or object based question, question on 1D array, question on string, question on a 2D array, question on a number pattern, and question on function overloading. So function overloading is the last question of your question paper. Define a class to overload the method display as follows. Void display without a parameter. We is printing this nested loop 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see is a pattern. And the second method is void display with 1 integer parameter to print the square root of each digit of the given number. So here it is given the number is 4329. So it is printing in the reverse order 9 square root 3, 2 square root 1.4142, 3 square root 1.3720, and finally 4 square root 2.0. Let us go to the code. Now, when it is a function overloading program, you have to only write the function that is being asked in the question. You don't have to do anything addition to that. No main method required, no other function, no menu-driven program, nothing. Only define those 2 functions or 3 functions which have been asked in the question. So, class overload, first method void display. Without a parameter, we are running one outer loop 1 to 5, then inner loop 1 to I. You remember it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So outer loop is running 1 to 5, 5 times. There is no input. And inner loop is running I times, each time starting from 1. So inner loop printing J, and then we have a new line. So this both nested loop prints the pattern. Now the second function, it is taking one integer parameter n as n. Now what it is doing, we are extracting the digits from the number in the backward direction, and each digit extracted, we are getting the square root of that and printing. So while loop, while n greater than 0, int r equals to n modulus 10, each digit extracted, system.out.println math.sqrt of r, square root of each digit extracted, and the number is then divided by 10 to reduce it. So thus it comes to the end of the sample paper. Thank you for your patient watching and all the best for your examinations. One thing you all remember, more you practice, more you remember the thing, and more the logic will be clear and it will be active in your mind. Thank you.